Jerry Skotleski joining us from West Scranton. We're talking about Invaders Golf. And Jerry, let's talk about your squad this year, about a dozen coming out for West Side. What's your excitement?
As of right now, we have about a dozen. I have one of my starters that I've had is Stephen Tabone. So he has been on everybody's radar, I guess you could say, since he came up. He's been practicing with the team since he was in 7th grade. So everybody knows who he is, and he's my star player. I have two other seniors who are, for the most part, baseball players, but have taken up golf. And another senior who has been with the team for, this will be his 3rd year, and getting better every day. I have one girl, Victoria Riley, who's been working hard. And I have 5 incoming freshmen as of right now. So I think I'm expecting to have 11 or 12 at this point.
So a young squad with 5 freshmen.
Yes.
Let's talk about what you hope to do in a positive way with this West Scranton team as far as getting out there, practicing, and keeping everybody going to try to keep this program alive and get some new players in again next year, but you'll worry about this year first.
I am worried about this year first. I can't do this program without my parents' club. They have been the backbone of everything. It started with Ann McNally, and she said we needed something for these kids to get better, and I agreed. So we actually started a global nighttime golf tournament. So, because it's very difficult to have daytime golf tournaments, they're so busy. So with that fundraiser, we were able to buy the kids some jackets and stuff so that they look like golfers, you know. And then because of that, over the past 5 years, the Parents Club took them to Greg Wall's golf school this past summer. So they did a day and a half of training with Greg and his 2 staff members. And they got a day and a half of lessons. And because of the Parents Club, we've also been able to let the kids practice at Pine Hills all summer long. So golf is a very expensive sport. And because of that, and the kids are working, they don't have a lot of money, the Parents Club, and because of this fundraiser, we have given them that opportunity to get better. Because of that, I think we have a chance now to finally compete. And it's been a very difficult 6 years, to say the least, but I'm expecting great things from these kids this coming year and from the coming years.
Let's talk about the home course and what the kids like about it and what the course has to offer.
We play at Pine Hills Country Club, and we play the back 9. So the back 9 has only one par 5, which is the 18th hole. So I'll be perfectly honest, most of our matches have never made it to the 18th hole. So we have been working on getting them to, work through the first couple holes so that they're not down 2 or down 3. And my goal is to get them to 15. If they get to 15, I said, good, then you can make it to what I refer to as our own amen corner of 16, 17, and 18. And I think they enjoy the back 9. It's it's not as open as the front in points, but there's parts of it that they enjoy. I think the 11th hole, that par 3 that drops about 80 yards into a bucket, gives them a challenge. And then you got 11 and 12, which if you slice it right on 12, you're over in 13. You slice it on 13, you're over in 12, and they get used to that. And I just tell them, if you're going to hit it right, hit it farther right, and they're okay with that. So we're working through the holes. Every year, what I have done with my team is I've given them basically my own little printout of what the course looks like. So I've played the Muni, I've played all these courses, I've gone to their websites, I look up and I give them a printout. I said, here, if you're going to play the first hole, you want to be here. You want to play the 6th hole, you want to play here. And I've given them that. I can't, make them read it, but at least they have the possessions in their hand to work through it. And I think that's one of my number 1 objectives, is to teach them how to play the course, not just play the game.
As far as the kids nowadays with the game of golf, putting in time and practice and different things, talk about the receptiveness to that, of saying, hey, I know I've got to work on my short game, or hey, I want to head over to the greens to get that done. Talk about what these kids are like and what you're feeling like you're getting out of these invaders.
What I've learned is kids really don't like to practice. They want to go play. And my point is that I'm going to make you practice, and I make them practice all the time. So I've turned practice into a contest. So we do constant games. We'll play almost like horse, only with chip and ball to the hole, putting contests and things like that. And I make them practice through games that I've learned and people have taught me and given to me, and I make them do that, and that's what makes them better. They don't think it's working, and then they get on the course and like, Coach, that really worked. I go, yes, it's all about practice. And you're not going to learn anything out on a golf course when you're in the middle of a match. You can't go changing things. And I tell them that. You have to go to the range, you have to practice, you have to go to the great thing about Pine Hills is that we have that short par 3. And that helps us so much with our short game. And they have been practicing there all summer, I know it. So that's a good thing.
It'll be a positive year at West Scranton Golf if what happens? If the kids show up every day, if the kids put in their practice, if the kids get a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. When I interviewed for this job, I told them, I said, if you think I'm walking in here with Lackawanna League golf banners, you're out of your nuts. You're crazy. It's not going to happen. There's a wonderful group of retired guys who play up at Pine Hills every morning. And they're there. There's one guy, I think he's 91. And when I have my first meeting, I say to them, I said, see those guys? I said, they're 75, 80, 90 years old, and they're still playing golf. And as far as I see my job is to get them to enjoy the game. I want them to love it because it's something that they can do from now until they die, for the rest of their life as long as they want to play it. They're not going to play football forever. They're not going to play, basketball forever, but they can play golf forever. And my goal, as far as I'm concerned, is that when they're done, they have enjoyed their time. I'm not expecting to win a lot of matches. Last year I didn't win a match, and that's okay with me. And it seems to be okay with them. I know they're frustrated, and we'd like to win 1 or 2 or whatever, but that's not my goal. My goal is to get them to love the game, to get better at the game, so that from that, then fine. Then we'll win a match, we'll win 2 matches. And I don't care about my record. I really don't. What I love is the fact that when it's all over, these kids thank me. They continue to send me pictures of them on the golf course, and they're still playing. They have friends that play, and they're joining leagues. And to me, that's more important than any other win-loss record that I could ever have.
Love your point, like your story, and I hope you have success this year at West Scranton. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, John. I appreciate the time.